was mighty dark, so you could hardly see, for the moon refused to shine. Couple sitting underneath a willow tree, for love they pine. Little maid was kind of afraid of darkness, so she said, I guess I'll go. Boy began to sigh, looked up in the sky, told the moon his little tale of woe. Oh, shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. It's no time, ain't no time to stay outdoors in the spoon. So shine on, harvest moon for me and my gal.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Did you take one?
And for the 114th anniversary of that fateful night, David is going to recreate some songs and bring us back to a time when it was much sadder, but hopefully there'll be lots of happy moments too. So in case you're wondering, I'm the unsinkable Molly Brown. You will be meeting some other people from the Titanic later. And we all are really privileged to have David with us tonight. We're very lucky to have him in Newburgh. So without any further ado, I'll turn it over to David.
Thank you, Molly. So the first song I'm going to sing, I wrote from the point of view of Wallace Hartley, the leader of the band on the Titanic, a hand-picked band by himself. He had recently been working for the Cunard line, but was stolen away to the White Star line. And he was looking forward to a long career as band leader for the White Star line, and that, of course, did not work out. But they used to have little books at each table, and you would write, they would have all the songs and numbers, and you would write down a number and take it up to the band leader. And that's how we got the phrase, would you like another number?
I cannot imagine any condition which would cause a ship to founder.
The captain.
I cannot conceive of any disaster happening to this vessel. Modern shipbuilding has gone beyond that.
Modern shipbuilding has gone beyond that. Well, I'm looking forward to the trip. This is Wallace Hartley. Thank you, sirs. I do accept your offer of employment. I'll issue every passenger a passport to enjoyment. Step up and dig a tune, it's time, it's time. We've got the greatest band that ever sailed the brine. You write down the number, whatever's on your mind. Then step up and dig a tune, it's time, it's time. Hoo. Maybe it's a little song your grandma used to know. Maybe it's in waltz time for dancing sweet and slow. Or did you think a marching beat could put us to the test? We know them all, you make the call and we'll do all the rest. Step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. We've got the greatest band that ever sailed the brine. You write down the number, whatever's on your mind. Then step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. strolling down the promenade, and as we drift along, the melodies bring memories, sailing on a song. Or could it be a ragtime tune to brighten up your day? We'll make you smile, whatever the style, so let the music play. Step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. We've got the greatest band that ever sailed the brine. You write down the number, whatever's on your mind. Then step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. Scratching out a fiddle tune will make you tap your toes. We'll do our best with your request, we'll rosin up the bows. So step on board our palace, it's the finest liner yet. Your Majesty, we guarantee a trip you won't forget. Step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. We've got the greatest band that ever sailed the brine. You write down the number, whatever's on your mind. Then step up and pick a tune, it's time, it's time. Luckily, in our audience this evening, we have a number of people who can help me out with remembering some of these facts and figures about this remarkable and tragic event. So if someone is holding envelope number 1, if they could read the name that is in that envelope.
Lucy Christina Sutherland, Lady Duff Gordon.
Lucy Christina Sutherland, Lady Duff Gordon. Thank you very much. Okay, yes, I remember Lucy. She's got some splaining to do. No. Lucy was born in London, I believe, but, much like myself, was raised in Guelph, Ontario. And she was a fashion powerhouse and started the fashion house called Lucille Limited, which specialized, as I do myself, in lingerie, tea gowns, and elaborate draped evening wear. Anyway, let me think, what else? Well, she was in the very first lifeboat that was lowered down, and it was less than half full. But as she descended, she could look into the portholes of the first and second level of the ship and could see people scrambling to get topside. And by the time she got to the third level, almost at sea level, she could see water rising in the third level of the ship. And she spent a good deal of her time on the Channel Island of Jersey. And when you're in Jersey, you are almost always beside the seaside. So I'm going to try to sing Beside the Seaside right over here. And if you are familiar with any of these tunes, please join in, even if you're not. Everyone delights to spend a summer's holiday down beside the side of the silvery sea. I'm no exception to the rule. In fact, if I'm away, I'd reside by the side of the silvery sea. But when you're just the commoner garden Schmidt or Jones or Brown at business up in town, you've got to settle down. You save up all the money you can till summer comes around. Then away you go to a spot, you know, where the cockle shells are found. No, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass band plays diddly-pom-pom-pom. So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls beside I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea. Let me see now. Timothy went to Brighton for the day last Eastertide to see what he could see by the side of the sea. As soon as he reached the station there, the first thing he espied was the wine lodge door stood open invitingly. To quench his thirst he dawdled inside and called out for a wine, which grew to 8 or 9 till his nose began to shine. Said he, what people see in the sea, I'm sure I failed to see. Then he caught the train back home again, and to his wife said he, no, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass band plays diddly-pom-pom-pom. So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls beside I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea. Oh yeah, another character. William Sykes the burglar. He went out to work one night. He'd filled his bag with jewels and cash and plate. Constable Brown looked quite surprised when William hove in sight. Said he, the hours you're keeping are far too late. So he grabbed him by the collar and launched him safe and sound in jail. Next morning, looking pale, Bill told a tearful tale. The judge said, for a couple of months, I'm sending you away. Said Bill, how kind, well, if you don't mind, where I spend me holiday. I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass band plays diddly-pom-pom-pom. So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls beside I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea. Envelope number 2. Frederick Fleet, thank you very much. Frederick Fleet, you probably recognize him, was working the Crow's Nest that night of April 14th, 1912. He was earning the princely sum of £5 per month with an extra 5 shillings because he was acting as a lookout. That night was very still, moonless, and this made things quite difficult for the lookouts because usually there would be some motion in the waves that would wash up against an iceberg, let's say, and so you could see the little frothy bits of white bubbles and things, but not on that night. And add to that the fact that they had neglected to give the lookouts binoculars. It made things very tough for Frederick, and he was looking out, you could see all the stars, and all of a sudden the stars disappeared and there was just blackness. And then he realized that there was an iceberg right ahead, so he called down to the bridge, rang the ship's nest bell 3 times, but it was too late. He saw the iceberg at 11:39, and at 11:40 he struck the iceberg. Well, I think there's an envelope 2A, which will help me even more.
Jack Norworth.
Jack Norworth and?
Nora Bays.
And Nora Bays. Okay, Jack Norworth and Nora Bays. Well, that makes me want to pick up a guitar. As I mentioned, the night was dark and moonless. Nora Bays was, well, she was, I guess, the highest paid vaudeville performer of the day in 1912. And she was married to Jack Norworth, and together they wrote this song. This couple was billed as the happiest couple in show business, which is quite a claim. Especially considering Nora Bays was married 5 times. Anyway, so the happiest couple in show business, and yet the billing wasn't exactly equal, because the billing on the posters read, Nora Bays, accompanied and admired by Jack Norworth. So this song is called Shine On Harvest Moon, and it was a big hit, just 1911, I think. And please feel free to join in all of it, or the chorus, if that's what seems familiar. Night was mighty dark, so you could hardly see, for the moon refused to shine. Couple sitting underneath a willow tree, for love they pine. Little maid was kind of afraid of darkness, so she said, I guess I'll go. Boy began to sigh, looked up in the sky, told the moon his little tale of woe. Oh, are you ready? Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. Snow time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal. Can't see why the boy should sigh when by his side is the girl he loves so true. All he has to say is, won't you be my bride, for I love you. Now why should I be telling you this secret when by now you must have guessed? Harvest moon will smile, shine on all the while, if the little girl should answer yes. Oh, shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June or July. Snow time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, for me and my gal. All right. Envelope number 3.
Major Archibald Butt.
Major Archibald Butt. Always happy to hear the name Archibald. Not quite as happy with the butt. But I learned this guy's full name. I'm just going to look at it because it's worth it, I think. Of course, now I realize I don't have my glasses. His full name, as many of us have this number of given names, Archibald Willingham de Graffenried Clarendon Butt. To recap, Archibald Willingham de Graffenried Clarendon Butt. Wasn't that worthwhile? Okay, so he was a military advisor to both Presidents Teddy Roosevelt and William Howard Taft, and he might even have been involved with Teddy Roosevelt in the famous raid on San Juan Hill when, if you can believe this, America was thinking of seizing control of the island of Cuba. Archibald Butt accompanied William Howard Taft to throw out the very first pitch of the very first game of the Washington Senators. And the Washington Senators were always known as the team that was first in our hearts and last in the American League. And let me think, this brings me back to our friend Jack Norworth here, because Jack was on the subway one day in New York and saw an ad that said ball game at the Polo Grounds. You'd think there would be a polo game at the Polo Grounds, but no. There was never polo played at the Polo Grounds, but the New York Giants, that was their home. And he thought, boy, people seem to be excited by this baseball thing. And so he went back and with his friend, Mr. Tiltzer, wrote this song that I'm sure, Major Butt appreciated. And maybe you know this one too. Sounds a little ominous for a baseball tune. Katie Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad, just to cheer on the hometown crew. Every Sioux, Katie Blue. On a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Here's what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out in the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong, good and strong all along. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer on the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ground. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out of the old ball game. Let's try that again. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Can't quite hear you. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So are we looking for number 4 now? Is that what number we've arrived at? Oh, sorry, yes. Please, sir.
William Harbeck.
William Harbeck. Thank you. William Harbeck, there's a Canadian connection here. He was from Toledo, Ohio, but he was on his way back from France to Canada to work on, he was an early filmmaker. This is early days in the film industry, but he was going to make some promotional films for the CPR. And he was booked on this trip with a woman that was registered as his wife. And what is mildly amusing is that one of his short feature films early on was called The Ship's Husband, and it was a comedy about a complicated matrimonial mix-up on board a ship. Well, there was maybe a slight case of life imitating art. Now, he was traveling with this woman who was not his wife, who in fact was a French, 24-year-old French model named Henriette Irois that he had met in Paris. And neither Mr. Harbeck nor Mademoiselle Irois survived the sinking, and his body was found and taken to Halifax, and his wife came up from Toledo to collect the body, and she was told, oh, no, sorry, Mrs. Harbeck was on board the ship. And this eventually was straightened out, and she did take her husband's body back to Toledo and had him buried, but didn't bother with a headstone. So old Bill Harbeck, a bit of a cad, and this song is about, I would say, a bit of a cad as well. Honey dear, I want you dear, just turn out the light and come over here, nestle close, right by my side. My heart's on fire with love's desire. In my arms, rest complete. I never knew that life could ever be so sweet till I met you some time ago. But now I know I love you so. Maybe you know this part. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Let me put my arms about you. I could never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Oh, if you ever leave me, oh, my heart would break. I wanna hug you, but I fear you'd break. And oh, you beautiful doll. What I have learned is this jacket is much slipperier than the clothes I've been wearing previously. Precious prize, close your eyes. Now we're gonna visit lover's paradise. Put your lips against mine. For love is king of everything. Squeeze me dear, I don't care. Hold me just as if you were a grizzly bear. This is how I go through life. No strain or strife when you're my wife. And here we go. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. Let me put my arms about you. I could never live without you. Oh, You beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, oh my heart would ache. I wanna hug you, but I fear you'd break. And oh, 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 you beautiful doll. Thanks. Envelope number 5.
Noel Leslie, Countess of Ross.
Noel Leslie, Countess of Rothes. She, obviously, a blonde beauty, and known for her graceful dancing and arranging elaborate, lavish events, parties, dances for charity. And she was in lifeboat number 8, and the sailor, the able seaman, I think his name was Tom Jones, said she seemed to have a lot to say, so I put her to steering the ship. So she steered the boat all the way to the Carpathia, which was the first ship to come to rescue the survivors. But that she was one of the few members of royalty, and I've got a song about royalty right here. Notice the strap. It's a clever invention, I find. This song, I think you'll know it. I didn't realize it had been written in 1910. You probably will know that the chorus, I first learned it as sung by Herman's Hermits in 1965. I think it was a hit for George Formby before that. But even before that, 1910, it went like this. You don't know who you're looking at, well take a look at me. I'm a bit of a knob, I am, belong to royalty. I'll tell you how it happened. I married Widow Birch, and I was King of England as I toddled out of church. Outside the people started shouting hip hooray. Said I, get down upon your knees, it's coronation day. And a really ain't I am, and a really ain't I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was a Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. Okay, so that's beautiful. So right, you echo the Henry, and then really with some enthusiasm, no Sam. Okay. Everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam.
No Sam.
I'm a great old man, I'm Henry, and I really hate Diane. Nice. I left the Duke of Cumberland, a pop up in the town, and soon with 1 or 2 moochers, I was holding up the crown. I sat upon the bucket, what the carmen think their own. Surrounded by me subjects, I was sitting on the throne. Up came the carmen saying, get on home to bed. Said I, now say another word, and off will go your head. Here we go. I'm and a really ain't I am, and a really ain't I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam.
No Sam.
I'm a really old man, I'm Henry, and a really ain't I am. The undertaker called, and to the missus I heard him say, have you any work, because we're awful flat today. I wrapped up number 7 for you, for the pearly gates. For £1/crown I put the gown on Henry the 8th. Oh, when he measured me for ½ a yard of string, I dropped down on me marrow-bones and sang, God save the King. I'm Henry the 8th I am. no sand. I'm a great old man on memory, and I really ain't I am, and I really ain't I am, and spell it H-E-N-R-Y. And I really, and I really, and I really ain't I am, and I really ain't I am. Good work. Now I've totally lost track of what number we're on. 6? 6? Yeah.
Isidore and Ida Strauss.
Isidore and Ida Strauss. Now, Isidore was born in Bavaria, 1845, and his family moved to Georgia in the southern United States. And after the Civil War, they relocated to New York City, where his brother and he eventually bought a controlling interest in the Macy's department store. And Macy's were the first store to think of the idea of saying, well, we won't charge $2 for this, we'll charge $1.99. And it'll seem so much cheaper, and things will fly off the shelves. And by golly, they did. Anyway, Isidore and Ida, his wife, were coming back from France, having spent the winter in France, coming back to America, and they were on board the Titanic, and when it became clear that the ship was going down, they went to the area where the women and children were being put into the lifeboats, and Isidore helped Ida up. And she stepped on the gunwale of the lifeboat, and the steward said, "Sir, you're an elderly man, you can go in too." And he said, "No, I won't go before other men." And Ida stepped back on board the ship and said, "You know, if he's not going, I'm not going." And so they went down together. And this song, I was asked to write a song years ago for a Titanic exhibit in a museum, and this is what I came up with, which is called "Pride of the White Star Line." Although it seems forever, only 4 days ago, we slipped from the piers, the flags and the cheers on this grand new boat. Ida and I were sailing homeward across the sea. We hadn't a care, not a penny was spared for our luxury. And the band played on, and the music was flowing like wine. And there by my side was Ida, my bride, on the Pride of the White Star Line. And somewhere the sound of voices promised their faith to keep. We sat reassured in a love strong and pure as the ocean deep. And then came the strange sound of silence, and then there was ice on the deck. Our palace afloat, this unsinkable boat was a wounded wreck. Still the band played on, and the music was flowing like wine. And there by
was Ida my bride on the pride of the white Star Line. We found our way to the lifeboats, where women and children were led through danger and din. I encouraged her in, she refused and said, we've been so long together, our lives are one, not two. Wherever you go, I want you to know I will go with you. And the band played on, and the music was flowing like wine. And there by my side was Ida, my bride, on the pride of the white Star Line. And all of the lifeboats are gone now, gone with the future we planned. I draw my love near and stifle a tear as she takes my hand. And the band envelope number 7. Israel Belin was born in Siberia, and his big dream was to become a singing leader, and he achieved that dream. It's not surprising. His father was a cantor. His whole family was incredibly musical. Even their sewing machine was a singer. Okay. Right, okay. So what else about Israel? Well, his first big international hit was in 1911, right around the time of the Titanic. Alexander's Ragtime Band. He changed his name when the family moved to New York to Irving Berlin. And so many hits. What'll I Do, Putting on the Ritz, Easter Parade, White Christmas. Yeah, just any number. George Gershwin said he was the greatest American songwriter of all time, and Jerome Kern said Irving Berlin has no place in American music. He is American music. And what astounds me about some of these early writers in the Tin Pan Alley days is that they were immigrants from Bavaria, from Siberia and Russia and all over the place. And the way they picked up the vernacular of American English and maybe, help define what American English is astounding. Plus the great musicality of it all. Anyway, here's Alexander's Ragtime Band. Oh my honey, better
let's meander. Ain't you coming to see the leader man, a ragged leader man? Oh my honey, let me take you to Alexander's grandstand, brass band. Ain't you coming along? Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, it's the best band in the land. Well, they can play a music hall like you never heard before. So natural that you wanna go to war. Well, that's just the bestest band of them. Oh, honey lad, come on along, let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you care to hear that Swanee River play in the right time, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Oh my honey, there's a fiddle with notes what screeches like a chicken, and the clarinet is a colored red. Come and listen to a classical band what's peaches. Come now, somehow, ain't you coming along? Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, it's the best band in the land. Now they can play a bugle call like you never heard before. So natural that you wanna go to war. Well, that's just the bestest band of them. Oh, honey lad, come on along, let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, who's the leader of the band. Now if you care to hear that Swanee River play in the right time, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Alexander's, well you know, it's a ragtime band. Envelope number 8. Charles Melville Hayes. Okay, thank you. Charles Melville Hayes. You guys getting ready? Okay. Charles Melville Hayes was born in Rock Island, Illinois. And if there ever was a railway town, it was Rock Island, Illinois. But, and so he was a railway man all his life. And he worked his way up through various railway corporations in America, but eventually became president of the Grand Trunk Railroad here in Canada. And he was over in England trying to drum up support to try to finish his dream of a second continental railway, transcontinental railway line, not a high-speed line, but the second transcontinental railway line across the country, and they kept running out of money. Surprise, surprise. But Wilfrid Laurier eventually agreed. Speaking of which, at this point in 1912, Laurier had recently lost an election, Laurier, a liberal, to Robert Borden, a conservative, over the issue of tariffs. And Laurier wanted to lower the tariffs, and Borden said, no, that will weaken our links with Britain. And so Borden won that election. And back to Charles Melville Hayes, there's a little town in Alberta called Hayes, Alberta, and there's a town in Saskatchewan called Melville, Saskatchewan, and they are named after after him. And Charles did not survive the Titanic. His wife did, but the lavish opening of the Chateau Laurier had to be delayed several weeks because of Charles' passing. And this song that I was thinking as I was preparing this evening's program, I can see no earthly connection between Charles Melville Hayes and the song I'm about to sing. But anyway, this song, this song was made famous by Hetty King. You know who I'm talking about? Hetty King, the star male impersonator. And I'm not saying that Charles Melville Hayes was a male impersonator, but this song is called Ship Ahoy. It has a memorable chorus and many verses, some of which you couldn't sing on CBC radio, but here is Ship Ahoy. If you can think of a connection, boy, I'd be glad to hear it. When the man of war, a merchant ship, comes sailing into port, the jolly tar with joy, the jolly tar with joy. Tar is a British sailor, you probably know that, and short for tarpaulin, of course. Okay, when the man of war, a merchant ship, was sailing into port, the jolly tar with joy would sing out land ahoy. With his pocket full of money and a parrot in a cage, he smiles at all the pretty girls upon the landing stage. Here's the chorus. All the nice girls love a sailor. All the nice girls love a tar. For there's something about a sailor. Well, you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy. He's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate or Jane, then he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy. Let's try it. All the nice girls love a sailor, love a sailor. All the nice girls, all the nice love a tar. For there's something about a sailor, something about a sailor. You know what sailors are, you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy. He's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate or Jane, then he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy. Okay. This reminds me how tricky it is just to speak the words before other people are going to sing them. But listen, he will spend his money freely, and he's generous with his pals. If Jack has got a sou, there's half of it for you. And it's just the same in love and war. He goes through with a smile, and you can trust a sailor. He's a fine man all the while. Everybody. All the nice girls love a sailor. All the nice girls love a tar. For there's something about a sailor, something about a sailor. You know what sailors are, you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy. He's the sailor, he's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate or Jane, then he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy. All the nice girls love a sailor. All the nice girls, all the nice girls love a tar. For there's something about a sailor. Well, you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy. He's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate or Jane, then he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy. Well done. In spite of me. And I think we're getting near the end of our trip. So The ship hit the iceberg at 11:40. By midnight, they knew that the ship was not going to last more than 2 hours, and by 2:20, that was the last of the radio transmission from the Titanic. So I guess I'm looking for envelope number 9. Who could it be? Jock Hume. Thank you very much. Jock Hume was one of the band members selected by Wallace Hartley. He was a fiddle player, was able to play jigs and reels, but I imagine he was so popular because he was a Scotsman. You know what Scotsmen are. Anyway, none of the band members survived the disaster. Jock's body was found with 2 other band members 40 miles away from the site of the sinking. And shortly thereafter, his grandfather was sent a bill for the brass buttons that were on his uniform. And that's the way the White Star Line worked. And of course, his pay stopped on April the 14th. But this next song is called Come On Lads, and is sung from the point of view of Wallace Hartley, the leader of the band, who was a Lancashire boy, and his dad was a choir master. So I just tried to put myself in his shoes, and this song segues into a little waltz that is called Song d'Automne, that was written by a fellow named Archibald Joyce. Yes, another Archibald. Titanic's full of them. He was known as the English Waltz King, and this song is Harold Bride was one of the wireless operators on board the ship, and he said when he was out in one of the lifeboats, this was the last song. This instrumental waltz was the last song that he heard the band play. So after this song, which is called Come On Lads, we'll just segue briefly into Song d'Automne. This will take a minute, I think. Was there ever an evening so splendid, so fine, with a sweet touch of frost in the air? Was there ever a night when the stars shone so bright you could see up to heaven from here? Yes, and many's the time I've been over the pond, and I cannot recall when the sea's been so calm. Some joker pipes up, "Here now, give us a song," but my mind is a lifetime away. In a North Country church, a North Country lad was singing his best for his North Country dad. It's as brilliant a childhood as a boy ever had, under those Lancashire skies. Yes, and later my mates couldn't quite understand the magic this violin sent through my hands, and I spoke as I dreamed I was leading this band. Come on lads, we might as well play. So we gave them some ragtime, gave them a waltz. They were front row and center in the old music halls. When the body grows weak, the
heart must be strong. Come on, lads, we might as well play. We knocked off at 11. Lord, what a day! The hymns, the veranda, the Parisian cafe. Still we kept up their spirits, and we sent them away with the melody soft on their lips. And then back to our cabins, we'd all earned our smokes when the ship gave a shudder. Nobody spoke, for the engines went quiet, and we thought, what a joke, till the lifeboats were lowered away. So crack open your cases, let's head back topside, for there's no turning back now, no turning this tide. And the paupers, the princes, the young blushing brides, we're all in the same bloody boat. So we'll strike up a tune with a lively refrain, and we won't count the measures, they'll flow through our veins. I'm proud of you boys. We must do this again. Come on, lads, we might as well play. So we gave them some ragtime, gave them a waltz. They were front row and center in the old music halls. When the body grows weak, the heart must be strong. Come on, lads, we might as well play. Come on, lads. It's up the grand staircase, the refugees climb, the fearful, the tearful, the calm, the resigned. And there's honor and glory, we're fresh out of time, and the last set will be on the deck. And in the chill comes a call for the band's last request, and I glance at my fiddle, so faithful, the best. And if we're going down, lads, it's strapped to my chest. Till then, lads, we might as well play. So we gave them some ragtime, gave them a waltz. They were front row and center in the old music halls. When the body grows weak, the heart must be strong. Come on, lads, we might as well play. Lads. Though I can't feel my fingers, they're still on the strings, and the harmony rises on heavenly wings. And if the cold arms of April are clutching my soul, why
Am I dreaming of autumn? Why am I dreaming of fall? Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you to Newburgh United Church. Thanks, Donna, for and thank you. See you soon.